Hello and welcome to Buildings of Tomorrow. My name is John Lester, and in this episode we'll be talking about different variables we can use to control the energy we deliver to rooms. I'll be joined in the studio today by Chris Kopp, who's an expert in HVAC and hydronic theory. Chris, thank you for joining us.
My pleasure, John.
Please give us an insight on different things that we can use, different variables to control a room strategy.
Okay, so when we talk about controls, and as we did in previous hydronics episode, we talked about the different hydronic circuits that we use to provide the desired amount of heating or cooling to the different consumers. And we always said there is a control valve in there that controls this amount of capacity, either by adjusting the flow or by adjusting the temperature difference. But the normal or the standard control part is that we measure a temperature either in the supply line to the consumer, or we take temperatures from the consumers itself, from the rooms, and based on that decide where should the valve be positioned in order to adjust the capacity. Now, another line of thought would be, why don't we measure the flow that really goes into the consumer, that is provided by the supplier, and use that as part of the control strategy to make sure we get the right amount of capacity to the consumers.
Okay, so in a standard approach, we would use the temperature in the room or in the supply to make these decisions, and this requires some estimation from our part. Is the flow a better way to make these decisions?
It's hard to say whether it's better. It's a different way, and of course, with the temperature-based control, we drive the valve based on that, but we don't know exactly how much flow do we get. Now, if we had a valve that also measures the flow, we could use that as part of the control strategy and also then know at any given time what is the actual flow that goes to that consumer, which would allow us then to think about additional means with regards to energy consumption, where we would have now the information in this valve.
Okay. Right. So we still worry about the temperature, but we're able to confirm, it's almost a double check to ensure that what is required is actually being delivered. And once we have that information, we can make some different choices and use that information for different things.
Yes, you could look at it this way. Absolutely.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, John. My pleasure.
And thank you all for joining us here on Buildings of Tomorrow. Please feel free to comment, like, or share this episode and subscribe here to us on this channel. Thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing you soon.